Welcome, guys. It's Smalls here, and today we're going to be talking about Chapter 12 of the Boruto manga, which has actually dropped a really good chapter. I'm not gonna lie, I honestly didn't really see this arc coming up to much. On top of being originally just late with last month's review, I decided not to do it because I didn't really think there was much I could get into. I regret not being able to review it at the time because it turned into something very, very well thought out and very developing for both Boruto and the Daimo's son. Because in the end, I originally thought that it was just going to be the kind of, mission where they protect the brat. The brat is a total brat. Nobody gets along with said brat. The brat gets in trouble, and that's when the character and the brat become friends. We've seen that plot device over and over and over again in manga and anime for a long time. But this one takes that trope and turns it on its head while still keeping a little bit of its charm to itself. And to start off, it's with the so-called brat. Sure, there was a little bit of, Boruto wasn't feeling it at first. He really wasn't. He tried the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and he was partially impressed. Then he tried the sexy jutsu, the Harem no Jutsu, with little success. But I have to give the kid props. At least he's into more refined women. I gotta give him props for that. A little young to be thinking about that, but It's also good to see that Boruto has that in his arsenal. Just, for nostalgic purposes. But after that, they really start to get to know each other better. Initially, through the trading cards that were introduced, not really introduced, but pulled up as a plot point in the last month's chapter, which, honestly, I originally thought was going to be a sign of conflict, considering the kid bought out the entire store's worth. But no, it's the exact opposite. The kid says, if you want, you can have it. And then he just, after showing that he has his Gisa Black card, normally, if they followed the trope, stereotypically, the kid would be bragging. But the kid, instead of bragging, you could tell that he's not satisfied with it. And not in the case that I want more, but I just want my dad. Now, yes, that means there is the parallel with Boruto earlier on, which is great, because Boruto just recently got out of that trope, and rather than have a brat who isn't aware, there's a brat who is self-aware. And that just makes everything so much more heartfelt while escaping the usual tropes. And a nice little, inclination of Gisa. Replace the V with a G. I like that. And I have to say, it really helps Boruto teach the kid exactly what right and wrong is, which is a lot easier when the kid actually has a vague idea already, instead of, showing a brat from scratch. The closest thing to an obstacle was when they start doing their shuriken training. It's when they decide to, step it up a bit. The kid can't really initially keep up with it. He's not really good at it. He nearly gives up. But Boruto makes the halfway gesture, and after their butler comes out of nowhere and, says, oh, you can't be doing this, that's what you have bodyguards for, he does get seemingly swooned into going with Boruto's pace. But, aside from the obvious, effort put in, you can see there's a relationship forming, and they become friends, and it's very sweet, it's very heartfelt. Boruto declines the card and even gives his own father's card. That was the only one that the kid was missing. I keep calling him the kid because honestly I've forgotten his name. Probably should have looked it up beforehand, but my bad. Either way, the kid is just Really good character, and honestly, I really should look up his name. He's a good character. He deserves that much. No joke, he really deserves that much. And it's just heartfelt, you know? Just to see everything that these two go through in terms of their little training. It's really sweet. But, at the same time, here's where the trope comes back in, although thankfully not in the same exact way. Yes, we know that Boruto's protecting the kid for a reason, and that was so that nobody who was after him would come after him. And we remember that there was a specific enemy that was hinted at in the last chapter that they didn't manage to get through because Boruto messed up Sarada's plans. And in the end, they lost their lead. Well, their lead is coming back in the form of the butler. Who would have saw that coming? Well, anyone who's watched murder mysteries know it's always the butler. But jokes aside, it really was a bit of a twist I didn't expect. Because I honestly totally forgot about that until it was revealed. So, yeah, it's been a while, and there's been a lot on my mind, so couldn't remember every single little thing, you know. Juggling Attack on Titan, copyright issues, and finals, my mind's a little bit all over the place. So, yeah. Then it's hard to keep track of what's what when there's the non-canon anime going around. Ironically, released the same day as the chapter. So, yeah. But yeah, that's basically all there really is to say about this chapter in general. But what do you guys think about the future past this chapter? Because as emotional as this was, there's still a lot of build-up before we get to the major tease that was in the first chapter with Kawaki and the others. So where do you think that'll come in? Where will Kawaki come out of? Because right now, that's something that everyone's speculating. And in fact, the people who are just watching the anime are speculating it's one of the filler characters in there. Of course, they can't exactly comprehend that those are filler characters, hence the random speculation. It's nothing but speculation going around these days. But honestly, I don't think Kawaki has been introduced per se in any form of the media aside from the teaser in both the first chapter and first episode. So what do you guys really think about the future of Boruto? Like, will it continue strong? I mean, it's only started going strong just now. So it still has a long way to go. Like, a long way to go. And when do you think we'll get back into the curse mark? And will that, evolve into a similar power that the filler material in the anime is going through? So, yeah. Let's see where that goes. Let's see if it's anything similar. Because obviously it can't be exactly the same. Hell, the anime's version is so vague right now and overused to the point where I'm wondering where are they getting the capabilities from. Then again, there's that little shadowy snake plot device that's non-existent in the manga. So yeah, there's a lot of differentiation. So yeah. And if you guys are keeping up with both, what do you guys like more, the anime or the manga? Because yes, the manga is the story. And the anime, I honestly don't know what to make of it yet. As much as decent, as I'm begrudging to say good as it is, there's always the fact that it's not quote-unquote canon. It's its own original story with similar ties that unfortunately we can't judge until much later on. So placing it is extremely hard. So, what do you guys think about that entire argument? That's really all I have to say about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be dropping a discussion on our favorite Kunoichi Sakura later on this week. But until then, don't forget to check out the Patreon, check out more of the Boruto reviews if you like, and check out more of the channel. And don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Let's go for 200 subscribers, guys. Till next time, peace.